Hello guys, it's Chuck. We're back here once again. It's sort of title of the video, all confirmed bosses or all possible bosses that will show up in No More Heroes 3. And these are characters that have come straight from Travis Strikes Again and all the little foreshadow that was put inside that game. On the first set, initial confirmed bosses, we already know that pretty much all the Black Hole prisoners will have their own main stake unique boss fights. As far as we see that the trailer, what I'm trying to discuss is the other bosses, the side bosses, the ones who might just have a classic No More Heroes appearance, which may turn out have which way. And if you saw that thumbnail, you already know who's going to be the first one I'm going to discuss, a person who has a hatred and wants to kill Travis. And that is Death Metal Jr. I was completely unaware that Death Metal Jr. existed until I was like, I think it's from like I was searching up research for the open world video I did earlier. And I was just like, wait, like on like serious page in the wiki. Wait, Death Metal Jr. Wait, what? Death Metal have a son? What? Since when? How? When did Death Metal have a son? It was like, of course, it's from Travis Strikes Again. So like, when I initially searched for Death Metal Jr., I was looking for him high and low, like what cutscene, like when did he show up? I know it was one of them text-based sessions. Where? It was at the very end, where Travis goes back to his life with assassinating people and murdering, and she was just like, hey, hey, you gotta get past this first challenge first, and you can get a death ball while at it. And Travis like, huh? Travis, you bastard, I'm here to kill you again. Death Metal Jr. And Travis like, really? You gonna have a Death Metal right in your head? Yeah. I can't believe that Death Metal actually have a son. And it's very strange, because like, if you just look at his appearance plainly, he looks like a madman. He looks like a beast. He looks like he'd be some type of form of legit psychopath. But he's not. He just talks like a regular person. He just want to revenge his father. So it goes from number one, the possible boss, who can literally be the first boss in the game before Fu shows up, and that could be in a later cutscene. He's Death Metal Jr. Now I hope they don't treat him like how they did Helter Skelter's brother. How they showed him for promotion and he's already dead. No, don't do him like that. I don't care if Death Metal Jr. is a tutorial boss. I want to see this man in action. He's Death Metal's son. Travis has been living in his father's house for like the last past like a good 10 years. Like 10 to 12 years. 10 to 12 years. You've been living in my pappy's house. No, you have to die. This is unacceptable. So I really do hope that Death Metal Jr. is not only in the game. I really hope we get to go against him in a boss fight. What type of weapon he has and this and that. I had to throw my own colors into him, and it's slightly altered to fit my art style. But come on, Death Metal Jr. looks like an absolute beast. I hope we be able to go against him in the game. And yeah, for the possible and confirmed bosses for No More Heroes, which are foreshadowed in Travis Strikes Again, I really do hope we get Death Metal Elfin Jr. Because look how beastly this man looks. It is too good not to be used in the game. But a bunch of hopes and wishes. So that's the first boss that's pretty much been confirmed, or is a very strong possibility to be in the game. The second one is Kimi Hao, who is already confirmed to be in the game. We already have concept art for Kimi Hao, and I didn't make her own video on like Destroy Man, because Destroy Man was major. Destroy Man has been here since the first game, and Destroy Man is not only back for a third time. Destroy Man can even be back for a fourth time if this game sells successfully, and soon is able to go forward with No More Heroes 4. Boy, that'd be a journey. But that's no Destroy Man out the way. But Kimi Hao, I look to see how she get involved with this whole galactic superhero thing. Because it is another character who shows up to confirm to be a hero. But for Kimi Hao, how will she show up? They like really, she was just like a side boss in No More Heroes 2. So I see her, she's gonna get like a full boss treatment. The question is, will Kimi Hao be killed by Travis, or will she end up like a Shinobi Jacobs and join the Travis the Travis Strikes Back crew? That's what you're only officially calling the Travis Avengers. The Travis Strike Back crew against Fu and all the aliens. Who knows? It really can go either way. Kimi Hao. I don't think Travis is going to kill her, since he's such a big fan. But then again, McDonald was a big fan of Travis, and we saw what happened to him, which is not been confirmed that McDonald's dead. So another possible character that could show up. We're at 4 now, besides from Death Metal Jr., Destroy Man, Kimmy Howell. Another possible character is Madonna. I do not believe Madonna's dead. I did not see her body and his mech fell back to Earth. Even though Travis blew that mech outside of orbit, how did it get back to the planet? I personally refuse to believe Madonna's dead. But who knows? Who knows? Only thing I'm saying, I haven't seen a body. And somebody said, oh, Sylvia is a cleanup crew. They clean up Destroy Man multiple times and he keep coming back. I'm not trying to hear that excuse. Alright. Now the clean effect, Henry's supposed to be dead and Shinobu Jacobs is supposed to be dead. Still alive. And Travis still moves up the rankings. So I'm not trying to hear anything about that, son. Anything about characters who should be dead and this and that. There is no guarantee until you see a dead body and they split right in half. But somebody said you can set up for any character. No, in this case for Madonna, I did not see her body. He's not a returning undestroyable beast like Destroy Man is. But when I see a body of Madonna, I believe he's dead. First enough in. But Madonna's number 4. Number 5, which could be 5 and 6. I'm put them both as one character. Mr. Black Hole or Mr. Wormhole. Mr. Black Hole is not that guy who was calling Blue 42. That's not who that is. So I don't know where that guy in the comments just got that source from. But Mr. Black Hole and Mr. Wormhole are the 2 space luchadors from Travis Strikes Again, who was working with the Order of Emerald Knights with Hemi. Well, actually, I guess we couldn't call this 5 and 6. When there was the 2 elite members of the Order of Emerald Knights, Mr. Wormhole or Mr. Black Hole. These are 2 characters who wanted to fight Travis and said they would show back up, and Shinobu confirmed that all these characters that showed up in the DLC is just future foreshadowing. So it's not confirmed we better go against them as Travis, maybe as Shinobu, Batman, Batgirl, or potentially Henry. Whenever we get to go against Henry, hopefully be a playable character in this game. Again, you'll be able to kill some regular goons with him. Hopefully. But yeah, Mr. Black Hole, Mr. Wormhole, we were expecting to have some type of black hole technology, this and that. Because I knew that Blue 42 looked more like a female than a male. But it's like, oh, Mr. Black Hole. I'm about to check that man's sources and ask him about that. But yes, for 5 and 6, Mr. Black Hole and Mr. Wormhole, both from Travis Strikes Again. And Henry Cordown, who's confirmed to be in the next game. He got a new voice actor and everything. We get to find out who is truly behind the Order of Emerald Knights and things like that. For number 7, Notorious. Now Notorious, just like everybody else, Mr. Wormhole, Henry, all of them, they're all show up at the end of the text-based game. And the reason why I say Notorious is Travis says a particular quote inside of I think it's not the Return trailer. Yeah, it's not the Return trailer. It's in the what is it? Yeah, it is in the Return trailer. Where Fu's like, I'm a goddamn superhero. And it's just like, wait, there's galactic superhero rankings now? Ha, good luck. Now, it's funny how Travis says 2020 release, ha, good luck, and the game was delayed. I'm just saying. Maybe it wasn't a coincidence, or maybe it was a hilarious sense of irony. But on Notorious, it's some type of superhero guy who shows up at the end. I was not expecting Notorious to even be in the game. I didn't know there was actual legitimate superheroes inside the No More Heroes universe. Somebody said Destroy Man. You can easily argue that Destroy Man is just a sick human being. You can easily argue that Destroy Man is just a mentally ill man. Like, seriously, you can argue that for him. You can easily argue that for Destroy Man, that he's just ill. But the fact with Notorious, this man could claim to be an actual superhero, a part-time superhero, and his professional wrestler is just, come on, son. Come on. Now, the only reason I say he could be a person who's a potential boss fight is the fact that Fu does call it, or somebody call it galactic superhero rankings, which bring back to the factor, did Fu actually take over the UAA? Like, what is happening? Like, who's running these rankings? Is it Fu himself? Is it the UAA? Who's running all this? Because it's implied in one trailer that Fu set everything up. But obviously at the end, Sylvia sets up Travis versus Death Metal Jr. Then if it's confirmed, if it's confirmed that Fu did not just kill the executives of that corporation that Damon owns, and he actually killed the executives of the UAA, then it'll make sense of why the galactic superhero rankings flows like that. But if it's not, then if it's two different entities, then how is that gonna work? And the fact that Notorious shows up, and it's just like, hey, it's just like, by the time Notorious actually shows up inside that DLC, the text-based game, it's just like we already got a full party here. We've got Mr. Wormhole, Mr. Black Hole, Death and Drive, or just Death Drive, and who else we got there? Then like Notorious shows up, and it just we got a full party, and then those two are still for the go against Travis, and it's ridiculous. There's that many people just in one place, and I believe there was I believe Notorious was like what 7 or 8, and then the final one, Death and Drive. Actually, it's not too surprising since the Death Drive did bring back Bad Girls back to life. Somebody say, well, this a copy of this and that. It depends. It depends how Suda 51 takes this into the future. If it was just a one-time wish type of thing with Bad Girl, fully be able to accept that. But how did Death and Drive become real? Maybe some type of role programming. Maybe the virus. I don't know how Death Drive, and not even Travis know how Death and Drive escaped from the Death Drive Mark II. No one knows how they actually got bodies. But this bastard turns into an entire mech. And it's just like, hey, some kids can get hurt right here. We need to set this in the game. Fire Pro Wrestling, really? I've been playing this game for 25 years. You can't beat me in this. It's just like, alright, I'll go back. I'll be back, Travis. I'll be back. What you gonna do until then? I'm going to travel. Of course. What else better would they do? You finally become real, and you know what? Just screw it. You might as well travel, look around before you get cut down and and get sliced and diced and murdered. So it's just, it's not like it's a bad idea. But yeah, as to all the potential confirmed bosses or side bosses, we already know the Black Hole prisoners are going to be the main bosses, the biggest boss fights, and want to get the most attention. But for like a classic No More Heroes boss fight, I can see these guys filling that role, as in the in-between boss fights or the in-between the major ones, like it happens in other games. And I can either see them filling that void in between the major bosses, like a guy like Notorious or Death and Drive show back up, or Mr. Black Hole or Mr. Wormhole showing back up, or even here we are, who are hoping the beginning tutorial boss. I hope Death Metal Jr. is in the game. I hope he has some type of blade that's similar to his father. I hope he also has long range capabilities. I just hope that Death Drive is in the game. But the whole health is scared to, like, them being a set of triplets, which actually it's not confirmed. I think there are like different ages. So having one more sibling would be hilarious. It actually be funny. But I don't know why I'm so excited to see Death Metal Jr. inside the game. There is no guarantee that Death Metal Jr. will even be in the game, but I just hope he is. Cause like, look at his design. The man looks like a beast. The man has every reason to want to murder Travis. Mr. Wormhole and Mr. Black Hole, they're just a bunch of aliens trying to take over the planet. Henry, he's brainwashed by a potential alien. And who was Notorious, just somebody a part of the rankings. Kimi Ha was just a delusional fan. And the Strawman that's it. The Strawman don't even have a strong reason to want to kill Travis. He was just another assassin. He came back for a rematch, got killed by Shinobu, now he's back again. Now at least this time he'd be able to fight, like I said before, be able to fight a fine gentleman this time around. Unlike Shinobu with her rudeness and ripping off arms and just drilling and just mixing people's brains up like he's just making a cake. This Shinobu the blender she is. But at least out of everybody on this list I brought up and said, since we're always aware like Destroyman and Kimi Hao, Death Metal Jr. potentially, in my opinion, has the most reason to want to kill Travis. You murdered this man's father. And then you didn't just murder his father, you took over his entire mansion, and that was just it. I'm not expecting to get a full backstory of Death Metal Jr. I'm not expecting Death Metal Jr. to have some type of, oh, I'm gonna turn my heart right. No. Death Metal Jr. is gonna be just like Helter Skelter or any other first time boss. He's there, or like be like Helter Skelter, or like his father before him in the exact same mansion. Be the first boss Travis slices and dice and murders. Cause I really want to see him in the game. Now I'm not hoping to get where was Death Metal Jr. this entire time? How old is Death Metal Jr.? And also question like how much of a cyborg is Death Metal Jr.? Cause like I don't know, there's something I'm gonna add some things inside my personal drawing. But the original 8-bit sprite, what happened to this man's teeth? Why is his eyes like that? How did he implant that death ball? Like that's at least like a hat like at 1.5 inches deep in this man's skull. How do you get that death ball there? And also I'm unable to tell if like if those piercings around his tattoos on his chest, I made them piercings, or it's just like that's further like in depth of his cybernetics or what it is. Death Metal Jr. is obviously not 100% human, but he got one of the biggest reasons to want to kill Travis. You murdered this man's pappy, just outright killed him, and then like sure there was both assassins, and they were just Travis was just doing his job. But come on, Sonny, why did you have to take his house like that, huh? He had kids to feed, and you took them to their home. But as you can tell, I'm really hyped to see Death Metal Jr. in this game. I'm really hyped to see all these characters, because this could be one of the biggest No More Heroes games to date, being potentially longer and more massive in scale. Look at all the upgrades to Death Drive Mark II, and its ability has been brought up to the real world. The touchdown armor, which I forgot what name they actually call it, but I'm just going to continue to call it the touchdown armor because it's a lot easier. The touchdown armor, the big mech that Travis had in his arsenal, the Shinobu Batman, the Bad Girl, and potentially Harry. You got all these characters. We have never seen a No More Heroes game on this massive of a scale. It easily blew the last 2 games out of the water. Not including the fact, like 2 years ago, Suda 51, like roughly, like a year ago in like some months, Suda 51 confirmed that not only will open world be returning, it'll be an even bigger open world with collectibles and side missions and all. And I'm personally hoping we do get to customize the bike. There is so many options that we have never seen a No More Heroes game this massive and on this scale. And this could be the ultimate game, but I don't even have a Switch. I don't want a Switch. I don't want to. I'm not trying to buy a Switch for one game. I'm not trying to do that. But I don't know. I might cave. I might cave in just to play this game. Alright. I'm inches away from getting No More Heroes. The Paradise Edition on PS3. I already got Trevor Strikes Again. Oh boy, look man, look man, it's just this game could be the biggest game in the series. Now it is still sad because Suda 51 put all this passion, all this heart, all this creativity, him and Grasshopper Manufacturer into this game, and it is kind of sad not to see No More Heroes get as big of a recognition as everybody else, even though it has just as good writing, just as good graphics. Because if you look at Edge of Time on the Wii and No More Heroes in the Wii, not that much difference at all. So, and somebody said, oh, there wasn't. Oh, look at the game. Look at the way it look on the Switch. Look the way how the Outer World look on the Switch. Like Mortal Kombat 11 look like the way it does in the PS1, PS4, and Xbox One. Are you serious? No. Are you gonna act like no more? You gonna act like the Switch is just some type of powerful console? Are you serious? Unless it's a first part of Nintendo game, that's not happening. I'm sorry to inform you of that, but if you thought the Switch is some type of broken almighty console, look like Apex Legends on the Switch compared to the console. Complete graphical difference. So I didn't come into this game expecting some type of 5-star Ubisoft EA blown out of proportion graphics with mediocre gameplay. I came here for No More Heroes, and from what I'm seeing, I have not been disappointed. I have not been dissuaded. I have not been betrayed or anything yet. So it's just, even if I don't even enjoy this game or unable to play it, I hope for you guys who have a Switch or interest in the franchise for you to pick up the game. Hopefully it's great and hopefully be able to enjoy your time. This potentially is one of the biggest games to release this year. I don't care what anybody says, this is the only game I'm hyped up for this entire year. So you haven't seen EA and things like that, and this game's releasing all the time. Oh, that stuff doesn't matter to me. For the last, what, 2-3 years, only 2 games I've been cared about with Cyberpunk, and I've already been burned with Doom Eternal. And I enjoyed my time at Cyberpunk. For this was the last game. No More Heroes 3 will finally complete, and after that, I don't know how much hype can be hyped up for games, but this game, just look at the characters, look at his lineup, look at the gameplay. And not a cool effect, I hope we get to see one more scene, one more trailer. I don't want any more spoilers, just showing off solid gameplay, some solid open world. It goes into a level of potential boss fight, and it doesn't show the final boss or anything like that. It just show off some basic gameplay, some of the open world. Hopefully you'll be able to customize. Hopefully we'll be able to customize the look of the vehicle. Just that one last thing, suited. That's all we need. It's all we need, and this will be fantastic. Why am I so excited for this game? It doesn't make any sense. Because look at these characters. The Kimi Hayos, the Death Metal Jr., Destroy Man, Henry, Death and Drive, Notorious, Mr. Black Hole, Mr. Wormhole. And then you got Henry, and then you got the entire Black Hole crew themselves, fresh out of jail. I'm not cool in the fact whatever Damon got hiding up his sleeve, and what type of powers and abilities Fu gave him. It's just, there's so much. And it's not been blind hype. It's just, I'm just judging the game for what I've seen. So it's just, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But I'm extremely hyped for this game, and I cannot wait for it release. So let me know you guys' thoughts in the opinion. Do you believe there could be some more confirmed villains or bosses inside the game? Do you believe there could be even an extra layer Studio 51 could pull back and reveal more information, even more characters, even more boss fights? We know there are many bosses inside the games. We don't know how many side jobs are going to be in the game. We have seen some new ones. Hopefully there might be a few 8-bit ones. That'd be a homage to No More Heroes 2. Cause I love the cooking game. And it'd also be interesting how would Studio 51 handle the training this time around? Because the second game had the 8-bit games, and I can't remember what they had in the first game. So how would Travis be able to train and upgrade himself? How would we be able to further earn money besides from the side job? What are these extra collectibles throughout the world? And is it confirmed that No More Heroes will get an anime? He'll make the perfect anime or manga. But it is what it is. Be much shop for Ken. We got thoughts and opinions. So what do you think of these pretty much unofficially but officially confirmed bosses that will be in the game? Do you believe is enough? Do you want more? Are you satisfied? Or you just waiting for the game to release? It's been Mr. Chopper King, and peace.